parents did growing up and what the Muslim in the past, you know, the other politicians that are mostly Muslim, what they do is, like, you have the Evangelical Church of West Africa, like the other big churches. What they do is they go to these women in these churches. Now, like now, Ekwa is spread all over Gombe, you know, Gombe State. So if you take Ekwa from just within Gombe, they can help spread this the movement through to all the parts of Gombe State, to the little villages. So I'm encouraging him to use that model. And now you have even the Muslims. They also have their schools, so you can take your Excellency CV to them. And actually, recently I saw a little video clip in which one other woman was saying that they would rather trust an Igbo man because Igbos have been known to stay with the Northerners and they've been known not to cheat the Northerners. So in as much as we present your CV, we can bring you some of this sentiment along. But we have many avenues in which we could reach the different demographics.
Thank you.
First one. And second, thirdly, please.
All I want you to say.
Thank you very much, madam.
The third one.
All I wanted to say to them is that I'm going to help. For me, my commitment is to put people, the poor people, out of poverty in the north. And I've had to do it and do it aggressively.
Thank you very much. Can we take a Dr. Adefolase Adeboye, please? 1 minute, please. Can we stick to time? We are rounding up now.
Good evening, Your Excellency. My name is Dr. Adefolase. I'm representing Peter Obi Movement, Southwest, and I happen to be representing, I'm also the Secretary and Strategic Mobilization Officer of the Lagos Campaign Council. So I want to talk a bit on behalf of the Chairman of the Campaign Council, and I want to say that we have been mobilizing, especially the support groups, because one of the first things we did when we started was that we wanted to bring the support groups together. And one of the things we are doing is to get every person to be obedient at the polling units. I will not be able to say more than that concerning this particular issue because this is an open platform. And I also want to say that for all support groups in Lagos, our office is open. We are receptive to everyone, every person, every support group members, because we believe you are the vehicle that we are going to use to take to Aso Rock. And our office is at number 56, Bataye in GRA. Because why I'm saying this, because some people don't know where to make their complaints. Because while our Excellency was talking, some people were saying, where would they make some complaints in Lagos? And some of these questions we can answer. So that is to answer and make some of these questions easier for those that are in Lagos. And I also wanted to tell our Excellency if in a way he can talk to all support group members that if we can meet at the polling units, I will not say more than that because it's an open place. This is an open place, but strategy is that all our support groups, we will prefer all of us meet at the polling units. Thank you for this opportunity. God bless Your Excellency. I thank the conveners of this program.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my sister.
Okay. While we are now rounding up, Jegede, please.
All right. Good evening, Your Excellency. Thank you for the opportunity. I don't have much time. Let me just go straight to my point. Sir, I am very worried about the polling agents. I understand that most infractions happen at the polling unit. And we have come to realize that in the hinterland, we don't have the required polling agents. Some time ago, a data capture was done. And we realized that almost every volunteer that wanted to be at the polling agent were all in the major cities. And we carried this information to the Labour Party and we told them, look, let us go to the local satellite towns and the villages, the grassroots, and get people who are willing to stand as polling agents. Recently again, the PCC, they came up with online registration for agents. And we realized that these people that are served as agents, most of them don't have smartphones. So we need to devise another means of collating polling agent. And I want you to take it seriously, Your Excellency, sir, because if we have an agent in every polling unit,
I assure you, we're going to take it seriously.
Thank you,
and
sir.
we have agents in polling.
It is very important.
This is why these discussions are important. We'll be collecting names and everything, and we'll take it from there.
Thank you very much. Okay, next person. Okay, sorry, go ahead. Wait a minute.
All right, I'm going to take Chris Annie. Please unmute your mic. Thank you.
Chris Annie.
Okay, seems like Chris is not here. Then I'm going to go with, okay, I'm going to go with Dr. Issa. Dr. Issa, if you can hear me, please unmute your mic. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Excellency. Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. So I have a real question. So what is the campaign council doing to train the support groups in terms of effective grassroots mobilizations as we work on getting materials across to the support groups or down to the states? So what is the campaign council doing to train them on effective
we're doing everything possible to see how we can be able to get some materials, doing everything to see how we can manage. I'm talking to the DG of the campaign, chairman of campaign council, and other leadership of the party to see how we're going to deal with it. But like I said, whatever you can do to help will be greatly appreciated.
Okay, thank you. Oge God from Kanu. Now, for many of you, obviously, we have over 200 people wanting to ask questions. It may help if we attach our location after our name to help. So, but let's take Oge God now, so that we ensure that all the states in Nigeria are given access to asking questions. Please, Oge God, go ahead. Sorry,
I'm not hearing anything now.
Sorry, your connection is indeed very...
I think Oge is having some form of connection issue.
Yes, okay. Indeed. Can we take Umene Diego, please? 1 minute, please. Can we stick to 1 minute, please? Go ahead. Okay. Probably unavailable. Wayemi, take 2 more questions, then we'll take questions from the chat room, then that's it. We'll call it a night. Thank you.
All right, that's fine. I'm going to go with Sir Neri. Sir Neri, please unmute your mic if you can hear me. Thank you. I think from what I'm reading in the comment section, some people are saying they can't unmute their mic because the host muted their mic. So Mazi, do you mind?
Go ahead.
Okay, yes, am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible, please.
Thank you very much, Waymi. Thank you very much, the host. My name is Omar. My question is, looking at the, good evening, Your Excellency, all protocols observed. Yes, sir. Looking at the dynamics of this election, it is very obvious that you have a lot of support from the youth voting population, and a large number of them are actually situated in the southwestern part of the country. And in as much as there is a candidate running in the southwest against you, a large number of us support you because of what you stand for and what you believe in. But in terms of the efforts of what we see on the ground, some of us, we have a lot of people on the ground. I represent the Southwest Citizens for Peter Obi. And the level of work that is being done on the ground, it leaves a lot to be desired, sir. And we are putting in our own efforts. We have jingles running on radio stations from tomorrow. We have, we've done a lot of market sensitizations, and we still have some upcoming. But then we're beginning to feel like we're all... Yes, sir.
They begin to feel like...
Yeah, we're beginning to feel like we're being left in the cold in as simply because the level of work that is being done on the ground does not really match the enthusiasm.
You can never be left in the cold. No, you can never be left in the cold. Like I said before, we are in this together. We're in this for our future. We're in this for the future society our children will live in. And it requires a lot of sacrifice. You know, the same way you feel is what all of us feels. You know, I go around and you see all the big names telling you who is big man going around with him. Who are those people? He's alone, he's this. And I said to them, don't worry, I'm not alone. I'm with the people of Nigeria. So you're not in the cold at all.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Whatever you can, we will all come in and help in any way we can. If it is possible, let me even know the radio stations you are your jingle so I can listen to them.
Yes, sir.
Other people to participate.
Yes, we have some on Crest FM from tomorrow, and we're reaching out to radio stations in Ibadan, in Oyo State, from tomorrow, sir. And also, sir, before I go, let me just quickly take the privilege that I'm engaging you directly. I'm speaking for the Obidient movement. A large number of us, I'm a very prominent member of the Obidient movement on Twitter, and we organize a lot of conversations, and we do a lot of mobilization as well. A lot of us, we felt like there's been a little bit of delay in the process of harmonization between the Obidient movement and the Labour Party. Because at the end of the day, we understand that we're just a movement, but without the Labour Party, it is a bit difficult for us to actively get involved in the electoral process. And there's been quite a lot of bottlenecks in our integration process into that party, sir. And I believe I speak for so many of the Obidients. We hope that you're able to step in and maybe ease that harmonization process so that we can be able to integrate properly into the party, sir.
No problem, no problem.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Our next speaker is going to be Annie. Annie, if you can hear me, please unmute your mic. Thank you. Is Annie there? Please unmute your mic.
Annie, and what?
Please confirm, I think it's something from your own end. The situation of the host is muting me. Annie, unmute your mic, please. I think this is like some form of technical error. Okay. Moving on, I'd like to take a female. Let's take Augustina Ezekwesili. I hope I pronounced that name right.
Yes, thank you so much. Can you hear me, Wayemi?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, my name is Dr. Stina. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak. Well, I have a little concern, and first of all, I'd like to suggest that in subsequent meeting, we can have something that is more aligned to strategy discussion, specifically from the conveners of the support group, because I noticed that my inbox, for example, on Twitter and WhatsApp is full of people making very valuable suggestions, but I do not think that there is so much channel for them to, express it. So if we can have other meetings that would be more aligned to discussing strategies. Again, I want to emphasize that the people at the polling unit, that is the SPOs, and the other ward officers should be something that we should look into aside the polling units agents, because the SPOs are the first point of election manipulation when you talk about the polling unit station. And I noticed that INEC will soon be closing their submission for SPOs. So I do not know what is our plan. I hope that we have a plan to quickly submit these names, because the truth is everybody try to get their people on board, so that you are sure that people who are going to be on at the polling unit would be passionate towards the cause to get you into office. So that is one other area I want us to look at. Now, also for the conveners in the support groups, I think that we haven't really, maybe when you will be here for the next meeting, you'll be able to give them a direct heads up on how we intend to tackle the issue of funding, because a lot of them are getting tired. And if you strategically look at the reports that is coming in from the Obidients movement, you will notice that we are not as emphatic as we used to be, because most of the conveners have exhausted the funds that they have, and we're already having donor fatigues. So I'm hoping that when you are here next, we'll have a direct response from you on how you are going to tackle the issue of direct funding to the conveners of the support group. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, our next speaker is going to be Jimmy. Jimmy, please, if you can hear me, or mute your mic. Thank you. Okay. And please, can the host please unmute? I'm getting messages of they are trying to unmute, but they can't unmute because the host, it's giving them a message of the host is muting them. I think this is some form of technical glitch. Okay. All right. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. How about we drop our questions in the chat box, please? Then I will read it out. Please kindly drop your questions in the chat box. Equally indicate where you are speaking from. Okay. All right. I haven't gotten questions in the chat box. Okay. Someone's mic is unmuted. Okay, so I have a question here, and the question says, when is the manifesto coming out?
Thank you.
Mazi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. So you know what, let's just do this. Let's just drop the questions in the chat box. Since some people cannot seem to unmute themselves, I don't know why. Please. Okay.
So I do not know what is, it appears some people are unable to, but if you can please type down, put down your question, His Excellency is still there, but if you can please put down your questions in the comment section so that it will be easier for Wait a minute to pick your. Oh, okay. His Excellency is back again. Sorry. You're back, sir. You're back. So, okay, we would, if he manages to get back, I think it will be right to respond to that. Then we have him give us his closing remark. Then we'll call it a day. We cannot exhaust and talk about everything in one day. Let's fight and run away in order to come back and fight another day. So quickly, let's see if we can get him back. So, His Excellency, if you're able to unmute yourself, please.
You hearing me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Exactly.
Okay.
All right. So this is a question from Prisma. Please, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can.
It says, Your Excellency, sir, what can you do to get Ogun State candidates, including the governor, uploaded to the INEC server? The deadline is 28 November, and some of the placeholders have refused to step down.
There's nothing anybody can do. And perhaps to continue to plead with people. What we're trying to do now is very difficult because you have for enemy all the people who live off the old order fighting back through placeholders, through all sorts of characters, through all sorts of things. So you can only try. But like I keep telling people, we work hard. In the end, whatever we're able to achieve, let's work hard and ensure that we succeed. When we succeed, we'll deal with this sort of issue.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. So the next question I have here is from Annie. And she says, I believe, yes, she says, who is the media campaign strategist? I am in the media sector. We have some ads to run and shoot for PO in person for this campaign. Who can we reach to get this done? And we want to get this done from next week.
It would be nice for them to talk to this is for the campaign office. However, like today I worked in the campaign office fully. We will soon be running it professionally, and all these things, that's why I'm beginning now to talk to people. We will eventually,
So we can still hear you, sir. We can still hear you.
I think I'm having problem with my battery now. Probably have to put my this on the charger. Don't worry, it will work. My charger is so not far from here. But be rest assured that we're going to deal with that issue and deal with it very quickly. These are some of it. That's why our meetings now will help us to resolve a lot of issues.
All right. Okay, so I have another question, and this says, hold on. Okay, wow. Okay, I think the question just drowned.
So I think, what we're going to do, we would extract all the questions and put them in a readable format for His Excellency to digest. So those in
not
this...
just for me, the party, those involved in the campaign office and everybody will read it, everybody will see it, so that there's questions for all of us that need to come together and answer.
Okay, so we will be preparing that as a document so that, actionable document. Now, that is the much we can take. But before we wrap up tonight, there's been one reoccurring question on the online section. People have been asking, they say, His Excellency, and I take this question, how can they donate? How can how can people donate to ensure that come 2023, no one will tell them stories that the reason why you were not elected is because there was not enough fund? Now, people are demanding that if possible here and now today, you are able to tell them how they can donate and how they can help to ensure that when we aggregate our powers, that we will be able to do the unthinkable. Hey there, His Excellency.
I didn't hear you very well.
Okay. Now, I said, let me take that question again. I said, from the online front, people are asking so many questions actually in one, saying, as it is today, how would they donate to ensure that come 2023, no stories will be told that the reason why you did not, that their aim didn't come to fruition is because of finance. Now they are saying, can you tell them here and now how they can donate to ensure that come 2023, you will be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria?
We're about trying to set up accounts which people will donate. You cannot tell people that you're going to manage public finances transparently and efficiently without starting managing their own resources that are going to donate to you transparently and efficiently. What we've done now is that we're going to set up accounts, maybe 2, maybe 3, managed professionally by independent people that have no relationship with me. You will soon see it. There will be 5 new signatories, which are the people that will be respected, people like Pastor Itua, people like Aisha, Suf, all these professional people who will say these people are independent of Mr. Peter Obi. And they'll manage the money. We are not going to run over. I don't manage money. That's my style. So when we have this account set up, and we have it managed by people who are decent, respected, everything, I would tweet it and say, donate money here so they can help us to get and fund most of these things people are talking. For now, what I'm doing is trying to do whatever I can to ensure that we move on.
Okay, thank you. That's the much we can take. However, when we started, you made us a promise that at the end, we are going to all agree here how often this meeting should be. Or do you want us to do that offline and eventually inform the public?
Well, like I said, let me start again by most sincerely thanking all of you. It is not about me. It is about our country. It's about you. When I started this journey, my first priority is you. My second priority is you. My third priority is you. The youth, the women, the poor, uncared for Nigerians. How do we turn these people into great assets to our country? Imagine what it would be if we're able to pool in the next 10, 20, 30 years, to 50, 100 million people out of poverty. Imagine what Nigeria will be if today our unemployment is like any other developing nation of the world, where unemployment is under 10%. Imagine what it will be if we're able to produce and export more, control our fiscal rascality, and ensure that we start moving back to the great days when we can say today that our currency is about 500 to 1 and getting better. Imagine what it will be. I believe other countries have done it and we can do it. So this is time for us to decide. Again, for me, it is important we meet as often as we can. In the month of, for the month of November, I think we should meet every fortnight. Let's do 2 weeks. Now, today is the 3rd, so let our next meeting be in the next 14 days. So we're going to meet 3 times this month, that's where I sit. 2 weeks.
Thank you very, very, very much. That must excite the whole of the Obidient globally, that they will be having an interaction with their principal every fortnight. Nigerians, Obidients, you've heard that. And I must yield at this point in time to the younger generations. And on that note, I call on Wayemi, who represent the youths of this nation, and to say the closing remark for this meeting tonight.
Can somebody say closing prayers, because we didn't say opening prayers?
Yeah, after that, that's I was coming to. So after that, prayers. I would want to have a Muslim,
Christian, one Muslim prayer. Right.
Exactly. So after that, I would want to have a Muslim and a Christian pray for us, so that we'll wrap this
and
meeting.
Possibly a national anthem. Then one of you should be able to sing it. It's our nation.
Okay.
We have no other one except this one. We have to start being proud of it.
You know what we can do actually? Do we have someone who has a very tantalizing voice to sing for us once the prayers are done? Everyone, you can lower your hands now, because we can no longer take questions. But Wayemi, if you're there, please.
All right. Can we please just comment Christian, Muslim, so I know who is Christian and who is Muslim? Please just comment and then we'll pick at random. That being said, let me quickly make the closing remarks. First of all, I want to thank His Excellency for taking out the time to have this family meeting with us. As I always say, we are not strangers to each other. We are families. We are all brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, aunties, and uncles. So thank you, His Excellency, for having this family meeting with us. And to everyone who was able to attend this meeting, I say a big thank you. Thank you for taking out time. To those who asked questions, thank you. To those who couldn't, who just decided to listen and take note, I say a big thank you. We will do this again in 2 weeks from now. We will have another one. And please don't forget to get your PVCs. Your PVCs are very, very, very important. Tell someone to please go and get their PVCs. That being said, I'm going to go look for a Christian and a Muslim. So for Christian, I'm going to go with Julius Oshawo, in bracket MC Brain. Julius Oshawo. Please, Julius, can you unmute? Let me see if I can look for you so I can unmute you. But if you can unmute yourself. Yes.
I'm speaking already. Thank you very much for the privilege. His Excellency, good evening, sir. I think all the obedient youth now will be very, very happy, and there will kind of be a stir in the air all over Nigeria. Thank you very much for the opportunity once again to pray. In the mighty name of Jesus, Father, we thank you for this privilege. I think this is the first time such initiative and the first time such a thing is happening in our culture, in our dear country. Being at home in my room and speaking with our incoming president. God, we want to appreciate you for this privilege. I think this is the best generation ever you've emerged. And as we move forward into the campaigns, God, give all the strength, the grace to overcome all the temptations. We know there are a lot of things going on spiritually, physically, financially, and otherwise. Father, you are our strength. Help us, guide us, and protect every one of us, and most especially our principal that is going into canoe entry water anyhow. Protect him and guide them. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Thank you very much for the privilege.
Amen. Thank you very much. And for our Muslim prayer, we're going to take Engineer Faisal Umaru. Please, while I look for you, let me search for you. If I can find you first, please unmute your mic. I'm trying to look for you so that I can do that.
Umaru, right?
Yes, Engineer Faisal Umaru.
No, can't find him. We have another northern.
Wait, I think, okay, hold on. I think, let me do this. I think his username.
We have another person, Pio's houseboy, house guy.
Okay, I found him. Yes. Pio's Hausa guy. Okay.
Okay, good evening. Can you all hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I found you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. To my president, we can't thank you enough. The energy and the unmatched energy, sir, you are just, amazing. So I would like to just, keep it short and simple. I'm here for prayers. I'm Faisal Umar, the national convener for Peter Obi House Campaign Organization, a campaign organization in the core northern state of Katsina State here in Nigeria. And I'm popularly known as Peter Obi Hausa Guy on Twitter, so you can always check me out there. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Rahmanir Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim wa siratal ladzina an'amta 'alayhim ghayril maghdubi 'alayhim waladdallin. Amin. Ya Allah, we come to you and we are asking for your guidance, your protection, and your blessings. Guide this your servant that is trying to salvage Nigeria from the condition we found ourselves in. Give him the strength, the courage, and the wisdom to take us to the promised land. Ya Allah, we humbly ask you for your protection as we march into everywhere we want to take our footsteps, to take the gospel of this man. We thank you for protecting us, for guiding us, and giving us the wisdom to differentiate between right and wrong, to differentiate between the rotten ones and the good products. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and I thank you so much for this opportunity, and I wish us all the best come February 2023. Thank you, everyone, and God bless you.
Now, thank you. And as was requested, everybody will be allowed to unmute now. We're going to do something that is very unusual, that we'll never do. Without being aided, we all are going to sing the national anthem, because it is believed that all of us should know that. So on my prompt, you can unmute yourself. You've been given the access to
Maybe I can sing it. Let me do it.
Everybody talk.
Oh my God.
Love you.
I think that some of us, our connection. People are still singing.
Peter Obi to follow Obidients.
So thank you very much. Thank you. And His Excellency.
Thank you.
Thank you, our brothers and sisters who are
Rise up,
listening.
African traditional religion to say our Nigerians call
God of creation.
Okay guys, so good night guys. It's nice meeting with Peter Obi, and I hope you guys listen well. Stay tuned, share the post, and keep being obedient. You guys should go and sleep, it's late. Good night guys, good night. It was an impactful meeting, and Peter Obi has promised to be having this kind of meeting often. I think he's the only presidential candidate who has, done this, to meet with his followers, But for now, good night, guys. Okay, how do I get myself off here now? Okay.